My. The plot thickens some more. This just in. HBO Boxing ends their relationship with Golden Boy. Now, before I get into my thoughts on that, I'm gonna talk about the current events that led to this. And also, before I even get to that, I just want to say it's been a long time, but I've been busy with work, to catch up on these fights, spending time with my family, spending time with my wife, spending time with my son. Now onto this controversy. Now, we all know in September of 2011, Showtime hired former Golden Boy Promotions attorney Steven Espinoza. Now, when they did that, you notice that Showtime starts showing more Golden Boy boxers. Now, you start seeing Devin Alexander, you start seeing Amir Khan, you start seeing Danny Garcia, Eric Morales, Peter Quillen, and the names go on and on. Also, problems also began with HBO and Golden Boy when Golden Boy wanted the September 15th date, but they didn't get the September 15th date. Their rivals Top Rank got the September 15th date because they had the better fight, which was the Sergio Martinez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. middleweight championship fight. And and obviously they went to Showtime, and Showtime showed the Canelo Alvarez versus the Josecito Lopez fight. Now, even though Lopez was coming off of an impressive upset victory over Victor Ortiz when he jumped to 140 to 147, it would have been an impossible task for Josecito Lopez to jump another weight class, being that he's a career 140 pounder, going to 154 pounds, where he showed heart but he got slaughtered by Canelo Alvarez. Also, another problem happened when longtime, longtime stablemate Floyd Mayweather jumped to Showtime to sign a six-fight, $30 million, 30 month, 30-month fight deal. Now, obviously, we don't know if Floyd has six fights less than him. Only time will tell. But Floyd makes about $30 to $40 million a fight. And let's just say the high end, he makes $40 million a fight. At the end of those six fights, he will make $240 million. That is a smart business move by Floyd Mayweather, being 36 years old at the end of your career, to sign such a lucrative deal with the rival network. Also, as you notice, you see a lot of Al Heyman fighters signed with Golden Boy. You never see no Al Heyman fighters with Top Rank. You see names like Andre Berto, Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, even though his contract with Golden Boy ends at the end of April, Gary Russell Jr., and the list goes on and on. Now, let's jump over to another potential problem with HBO and Golden Boy. Adrian Broner, HBO recently offered, and I learned this from San Diego Fight News. Thank you, brother. HBO just recently offered a $17 million deal with Adrian Broner. Now, in my opinion, that's not even enough for Adrian Broner, because that's like offering a minimum contract. No, I got a better idea. Remember years ago when they offered Floyd Mayweather HBO a four-fight, $12 million a year, $12 million deal? Floyd called that slave wages. Now, obviously, Floyd was able to negotiate a better deal for himself. This was when he was a Top Rank, and Bob Arum was pissed at him. But in the long run, that was better for Floyd's pockets, because now Floyd makes 30, $40 million a fight. And they were offering him, and I think they offered him $8 million for Margarito, and he turned it down to take down such a tough opponent, which you couldn't blame him for that. But that's another topic. But that's getting on subject. Anyway, now, as you know, Adrian Broner has been receiving a lot of hype on YouTube and a lot of buzz throughout the boxing world because of his charisma, his flashiness, and his similarities to Floyd Mayweather. Now, we recently learned that 50 Cent offered Adrian Broner $40 million to leave Al Heyman and to sign with SMS Promotions. Now, I'm not going to talk about whether he should take the deal or not. I wouldn't take it, because 50's not an established force in boxing. But let's talk about my opinion. Let's talk about, is this a good move for HBO to end their relationship with Golden Boy? Now, when you compare and I got this from Ego, good videos by the way, brother. Now, if you compare the Golden Boy roster compared to the top ranked roster, there's more flexibility. Let's talk about another one of my favorite fighters in the sport right now, Mikey Garcia. There's hardly no big names under the top ranked banner for him to fight at featherweight. Maybe only big fight he can make with top rank is the Juan Manuel Lopez fight, and he's been beaten twice by Orlando Salido. Now, you compare another fighter under the Golden Boy banner. There's plenty of flexibility they can do. Now you can have now they got names like Chris John. They got names like Gary Russell Jr. They got names like it's another fighter I'm forgetting that fights 126 pounds. But there's so much fights they can do. Now if you jump to 140, 147, they got names like Devin Alexander. They got names, even though he's not a Golden Boy fighter, they got names like Andre Berto. They got names like Danny Garcia. They got names like Lamont Peterson. They got names like Lucas Matisse. They can do. There's so much flexibility they can do with their fights in these different weight classes that if they were to go in-house to in-house, I think Golden Boy could piss longer than the top rank eventually. And so I don't think it was a smart business move for H.B.O to sever ties with Golden Boy altogether. Now I don't know if it was a personal problem between Ken Hirschman, who is the new head of H.B.O, and Steven Espinoza, who's the new head of Showtime Boxing. I don't know if there's personal problems between them getting in the way of business, but I think this is a bad move. Now I agree with Calix Boxing, who made a good video, by the way. So, now I agree with them 100%. These promoters should not be in bed with these networks should not be in bed with the promoters, because it's going to create a big conflict of interest. Let's talk about, instead of like Showtime doing business with Top Rank, let's say we want to see a Atman Morris versus a Mikey Garcia fight if Atman Morris chooses to jump to 126. That fight can't happen because Atman Morris will only be on Showtime, him being with Golden Boy, and Mikey Garcia will only be on H.B.O being with Top Rank. Now, you'll see them make peace from time to time. Remember in 2001 when Mike Tyson was with H.B.O? Not Mike Tyson was with Showtime and Lennox Lewis was with H.B.O? You've seen these two rival networks put all their differences aside for money. Now, I wish Top Rank would do this instead of because at the end of the day, it's all about making money. HBO and Showtime should sit down with Top Rank and Golden Boy, look, we're sick of this crap. It's bad enough that we missed out on the potential Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight, a fight that could have potentially really brought up the national profile of boxing. So let's cut this out. We don't want to see no more mismatched fights. You two go in a little corner and work it out, and we want a Top Rank fight. Whoever fight that's the better fight, we'll sign that. We'll pay for that fight, because I think these networks pay these promoters to put the fight on their network in the first place. Now I like what HBO did with Top Rank. They said we don't want to see Shane Mosley versus Manny Pacquiao. You go somewhere else with that. You can go to CBS for all that. You can go to NBC for all that. We care. So instead, you saw that on Showtime, and even though that fight did big numbers, we just basically seen Shane Mosley run the whole fight, and that wasn't good at all. At the end of the day, I wish these networks do not get in bed with the promoters, because it just creates a big conflict of interest, and I wish they just just at the end of the day, it's all about making money. And I wish these promoters, and we're the boxing fans, can control this. They obviously don't care about our opinions, but we can hear them in their pockets, like Blood said. We can obviously control this by saying, you know what, we're not going to watch it. We're not going to even watch it. And their ratings will go down, they lose money and all that. Comment, rate, subscribe. It's your boy, Mr. Universe Sports, and I'm out. Peace.